And welcome back to episode 61. We are
All
on
right.
episode 61 of the Cheeseheads and the Bear podcast. Cheesehead number 2. Signing
Two.
in.
You got the bear, Brennan Elkins.
And we got the Viking, Alex Rudinger, in the house.
No Connor today. Schedules didn't line up, but it's all
Yes.
good. Shout out Connor. He'll be back next week.
Golf.
We got a loaded show. Yeah, golf, baby. It's time to golf every day after work.
Literally.
We're gonna finish with some fan questions. We're gonna go over the Western Conference playoffs and the NBA. We're gonna do our way too early NFL hot takes for the NFL season, and as we always do, sports starters. And I got a game, but sports starters. Mason, do you have a sports starter for me?
Yes, I absolutely do. I got two. And
Two.
this one is in honor of Connor, the big golf guy here. Rory, man, got his first Masters, and he's one of 6 golfers to, complete the Grand Slam. So I know we don't talk about golf often, but I feel like a lot of people that don't even like really follow golf knew what was going on. It was huge. So
Yeah,
congrats to that dude. That was awesome to see.
I got a feeling it kind of like was going crazy just because, in my opinion, March Madness wasn't as good as it's been the last few years.
Yeah,
So I
I
think
felt that too.
people kind of were like, "All right, we need something," and the people that don't like hockey, wow, don't like golf, kind of just started watching it and just drank all the Kool Aid. So
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't,
Very
I was watching it. I haven't watched the
I was
Masters or any
watching it
golf
too.
in my
Same.
life, but Connor was talking about it that Saturday. He's like, "Yeah, Rory could do it." I'm like, "Okay, he's first place." And then Sunday he missed the putt to win. I texted him.
Yeah.
Did he choke? And he didn't respond until after. He's like, never. I'm like, well, yeah, no shit. But like,
Yeah, now.
yeah, yeah. That I sent that text like 30 minutes ago, but I get you. I get you. But shout out, Rory. Shout out,
He
Rory.
really almost did, but
That
Yeah,
was nuts. And then
dude.
the other sports starter, well-known name, surprisingly. I mean, I feel like he's pretty well-known if you follow football. Isaiah Simmons just visited Green Bay. Um, as a Packers fan, love it. Obviously, just
More
another,
bodies, dude.
exactly, more bodies. Good linebacker, can't complain. No qualms about that visit. So we'll see what happens there.
I don't remember which one it was. I think it was either Madden 20 or Madden 21. He was a user necessity.
Yes.
If you had users on defense, Isaiah Simmons was the guy you were using because they
Yeah.
put out a mutt card with him where he had like 97 speed, and he's a dog. I'm not even gonna lie.
Linebacker,
So.
like safety combo, dude. He's
Yeah.
just everywhere. And I got a feeling like you got to know football to know who he is, to be honest.
He's a
But
top 10 pick.
Yeah.
So,
was he?
I think he was like
Interesting.
8 or 9. Yeah.
And he was on the
Arizona.
Giants, I think, last year, right?
Last year he was
Yep.
Arizona and then Giants. So
And I
get
think
out of
he's only
fucking
like
New York,
26
man.
or something. So I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
he's really young.
Bring him
That's
here,
weird.
baby. Bring him
That'd
here.
be sick.
If I was a Packer fan, I would not hate that.
No, I mean
So,
your linebacker group is sick. Your safeties are sick. Just bring them all in, dude. I make the team even better.
Exactly.
But you're just paying your quarterback way too much money, so that
Yeah.
sucks. Sorry to be you.
that
Unfortunately,
is
but
true.
that's just how the NFL is now. So you'll
Yeah.
be paying Caleb that amount in a couple of years.
Yeah,
Uh,
hopefully, bajillion
More
dollars.
than that.
Yeah,
A lot more than
He
that.
might suck ass.
That's true. It'd still get 55
please,
mil.
no, please. My sports starters talking about the Bears. I got two guys. I just want to shout out again their extensions. Kyler Gordon got 3 years, 40 million, 31.25 million guaranteed. Makes him the 21st highest paid cornerback, highest paid slot cornerback. And then TJ Edwards, former Badger, 2 years, 20 million extended. Both big key factors of the defense. So I was really excited to get those guys locked in. So now we just gotta, see what happens in the draft. I mean, all these mocks, I'm seeing Tyler Warren, so I'm really not looking forward to that. So I might have to drink the juice with Ashton Genty, and hopefully Raiders take Membu or something, and he falls. But it's, I don't know. I'm really happy with these two, but I'm getting scared for the draft. I hope we don't draft Tyler Warren. That's it. So, um,
You
guys
have
are-
I feel like you have a lot more draft not wants than you do draft wants.
there's it's
Like-
I don't want to. I just don't want a
Offensive
tight
line.
end. I don't want a tight end. That's
Well,
the main
a
thing
couple
now.
weeks ago it was I don't want Genty. I don't want a running back. So,
Well, it was
we're-
never Tyler Warren. I never saw that until like 2 days ago, and then now every mock I see is Tyler Warren. I'm like, no, please
go
no.
back. What is that button where oh shit, go back.
Go back, reverse, undo. So I mean, I guess like I been listening to some of the previous pods. I'm like, wow, I really did not want Genty. So now I'm switching up, but it's kind of like, well, if I have to pick one and it's not a lineman, because I think both of them will be like taken, Genty's fine. Hampton, not the wouldn't be the most excited, but it would be better than Tyler Warren in my opinion. So
Yeah, but I also feel like you definitely could trade back and still get Hampton. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
I
it
feel
just
like
the only thing that scares me is Cowboys at 12. They're like the only team that would be
yeah, but I feel like
scary.
Cowboys need way more than just a running back. So I feel like
You
they're
say
lucky
that,
to
and then
go into different
Jerry
positions.
Jones goes, well, let's get Marion Hampton in here. Let's get something that we definitely don't need at pick
Right.
12.
Yeah. Yeah,
10
very
is
true.
10 is just a weird number. Obviously, like I've said before, I'm still happy that we beat the Packers week 18. It was awesome, but when you get to 10, it's I just gotta hope and pray that Shadur is in the top 9. So then it kind of bumps everybody down one. So yeah, that's my sports
Not
starters.
gonna happen.
I hope, dude, or that someone trades up. Dude, I'm seeing a lot of Saints taking them at 9. That would be sick. That would be sick. But Alex, you got one for me?
Yeah, so a little bit of a homer starter here. Shout out to him. Damian Lillard has been cleared of his deep vein thrombosis and is no longer on blood thinning medication. That's from Shams and Bleacher Report, and it's all over X. According to this Bleacher Report post here, doctors have told Bucks officials this recovery has never been seen before.
Insane, dude. Insane.
So not only so in Dame time,
What the fuck?
even with deep vein thrombosis, he's still on Dame time.
It's
What are we doing here?
it's the Greek mythology, dude. Giannis is doing his voodoo shit in the locker room and
Yeah.
Yes.
giving him all these because dude, like, wasn't it last year we bent it, or the year we won the championship? He bent
Yeah.
his knee backwards, and he came back like a few weeks later, like
Hyperextended his
nothing
fucking
happened.
knee.
Like crazy too.
I thought he was dead, dude. I thought
Oh,
he
yeah.
was out for next season, and then he comes
Yeah.
back. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't know. Milwaukee water's different, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys gotta start drinking it
gotta
over
be.
there, I guess. What do you think about that, Mace? What do you think about Dame Time possibly coming back?
wait till at least game 3.
At
If
least,
he can
yes.
come back. Like, we'll see what happens these first 2 games. If we take one in Indiana, then I think we were talking about it earlier. Then he pushes back a game.
Yeah.
But if we lose both in Indiana, then it's like, all right, fuck. Get your ass out here if you can.
It's gonna be forced, dude. I just don't want to force him. I just want to push him.
Me neither.
Obviously, whatever
Yeah.
his body, if he like wakes up whatever day that is, and he's like, "No, I can't." Obviously, don't force him out there. But would be the dream to steal one in Indiana. I think it's tonight or tomorrow at noon. Everyone tomorrow at noon. Make sure you guys watch that. So I think that'll be sick. So go Bucks. Bucks and 6, baby. Every post I see the Pacers in 7 or 6, I comment Bucks and 6 every time. I gotta. So,
I've seen like it's so weird to me the I feel like the bigger like sport TikTok guys are all talking about like Pacers in 6, Pacers in 7, something like that, or Pacers in 5, Pacers in 6. But then you go in their comments and literally it's everybody saying, "Are you dumb? It's Bucks in 6, Bucks in 5. The
Giannis.
Pacers don't stand a chance. Giannis is going to go on a LeBron type run. It's
LeBron 18 run, dude. It's
Yeah.
coming. It's basically like the same team. Not to be rude, but our team is a bunch of role players, and one good player, but he's hurt right now, so he's just gonna have to go off, and he's gonna baby food. I think I said this a few weeks ago. Like, if Dame and Middleton took them to 6, what do you think Giannis
Right.
Antetokounmpo is gonna do? I don't.
right.
I'm
That's
not
what
really.
that's
That's
what
what I'm
the
not
comments
understanding.
too all the time is like, dude, we took him to 6 with just Giannis.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, we didn't have that
Yeah.
Benedict Mathurin guy, dude.
I
You
also
put
saw
Benedict Mathurin on Giannis, please.
right. I also saw somebody said something in the TikTok comments that I was talking about. They said not a single playoff game won with Giannis healthy. As far as the Pacers didn't win a single game with Giannis healthy. And then this guy who made the TikTok commented, "When was the last time Giannis was healthy in the playoffs?" Which also, I had to stop and think about that for a second, and I was like, that's also
been a
a
while.
very valid point.
It's been a while.
So
It's been a while.
we'll just have to see.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Can't wait, dude. Popcorn. Get the popcorn ready for tomorrow at noon, everyone. Tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow
What a-
night.
What a time.
Tomorrow midday.
Yeah. All right. All right, I think that was it for the sports starters. I'm gonna start your brains moving here, guys. We're gonna do a game right away before we do the hot
Ooh,
takes. So
Okay.
we are gonna
okay.
do a keep three, cut five. Shout out Pick a Side guys. They kind of started this, but it's so fun to do. I love it. Keep three, cut five, tight ends edition. So these are all current tight ends in the NFL. So first name up, Pat Fryermuth.
Oh God, I don't know where he's going with this fucking
Me
list.
either. I know. Like, are we gonna get like a Brock Bowers, George Kittle, Travis Kelsey, like that, or are we gonna get like I don't know,
Let's
man.
just cut Pat for now, and we'll
Pat,
see.
yeah.
I feel
I'm
like
cool with that.
that's
I'm
just
cool with cutting Pat because
solid.
like I take David Njoku over Pat Fryermuth
I would
for sure.
absolutely too. Yeah.
So if that's a name he brings up,
Alrighty. Next name up, Kyle Pitts.
cut.
Cut. Yeah, that's
Cut.
cool, mate.
All right.
I was waiting to see what you said because I'm like, I don't think he's.
No.
We've given him enough time. He's not.
Yeah. Wait till next year. No,
Next year,
I'm
man.
done. I'm done. I'm
Yeah,
done.
someone's gonna draft him too in like the fourth round of fantasy, and it's just like, guys, this is this year. But
It's his
one
breakout
good game.
year.
One good game in like week 3, and then just
Yeah. Yep.
yeah. All right. Next name up, Sam Laporta.
I feel like that's got to be a keep.
I
He
think it's
didn't
a
have
keep.
he didn't have a productive year, but that's just because that
team.
Lions offense is stacked. So
I
I feel
agree.
like if he was in any other team, he would eat. So
He's a
I'm,
great
I'm
coach.
cool with keeping him.
I like it.
Keep. All right. First keep. All right. Next name up. Kind of hoping, wishing Connor was here, but K. Dotton. Shout out
I
Connor.
think we could cut him because here's the thing: he didn't do shit when those receivers were healthy. Even with just like Jalen McMillan,
Or when they were hurt either, he wasn't doing much, to be honest.
he had 3 weeks and then he died off. And those 3 weeks is because every single player on that team was hurt. He was the
Yeah.
only healthy receiver on that team. I don't think he's established himself whatsoever.
I'm totally cool with the cut here.
All righty.
But I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
3 cuts and 1 keep so far. Next name up, Evan Ingram.
Man,
I like him. I think he's gonna be really good on Cleveland? Or no, Denver.
Jaguars?
Denver.
Denver.
I'm sorry. Yes, he's going to be good on Denver. Sorry. I thought you were saying what
I
team
think
was
he's
he?
going to be good
No,
on
he
Denver.
wasn't.
He's
Yeah.
been consistent. I'm good with keeping Evan Ingram.
I'm okay with that too. I'm a big Evan Ingram guy. He is very consistent and has hands like
He does.
crazy. So
Getting up there in age, but
yeah,
it's fine.
I feel like tight ends can play forever, though.
They could.
That's just one of those
Kelsey's
positions
out
that
here.
they can just
Yeah.
go forever. All right. Next name up, another guy that's been just hyped up and hasn't really produced, Dalton Kincaid.
no.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a
So, cut. There we go. All right. 2 names left. Alex's boy, Brock Bowers.
Keep.
there it is.
That's a mandatory keep.
That's
Keep.
100%.
All right. And then I think that's all 3. So you kept Sam Laporta, Evan Ingram, and Brock Bowers. And you cut Pat Fryermuth, Kyle Pitts, Evan Ingram, Dalton Kincaid, and David Njoku. So,
I don't need. Would we put Njoku over
Laporta.
like Laporta? No.
it would be Ingram.
Right. Over Ingram?
Ingram.
I
Close.
don't know. That's
Close.
close. So I feel like this is
I like
this
it.
is
I like it. You know,
this
I
is
like
almost
I like
a
where
perfect
we're at.
list. Yeah.
Yeah, the only one would be David and Ingram for me. Obviously, Brock Bowers. There's a big drop off. It goes like these mid guys that I said, and then poop. Like there's nothing else after that. And I didn't want to put a bear guy for the first time, so I wanted to switch it up.
Tyler Warren.
Could. I don't know. Bust. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Got the brains moving a little bit. Now let's do some hot takes. So we brought 5. We got 5 each, correct?
I've got 5.
At least.
Yes.
All right, cool. So we got 5 each. Some hot takes. We're just gonna go down the line and kind of give our opinions on what we think of each other's hot takes. So
Yeah.
Mason, you want to go with yours first?
Sure. I'll just kind of give like a basic rundown of my 5. I've got 1 that involves stats. I've got 2 that involve division standings, and I've got 2 that involve awards.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I like
run
it.
run one.
We're going to start with the stats here.
You just want to do one at a time, or do you want to do all of them at once?
One at a
Do
time.
one at a time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
First one up. Top 10 receiving yards, Juwan Jennings.
And you can get
Huh?
behind that, huh? You can get behind that. That
I
was the
can
thing
get
before.
behind it. No
All
more
right,
Debo there. Brandon Ayuk, is he good? Is he not? We don't really know what the hell's
Ricky
going
Very
on.
true.
Pearsall, just George Kittle
Fine,
take a step
fine.
back.
Yeah. Jawan Jennings is their number one guy. Top
Do you
10.
think? Do you think Brock gets money before the season, or do you think they go? You need to prove it this year, and he kind of goes nuts.
I don't know. I think he's got to prove it, to be honest. I think
So
just because they had
Jennings
such a
could be
weird season.
having a good season, dude.
I think it's everyone's got to fucking prove it. Like, what the hell happened last season? They
Yeah.
shit the bed. I
And
think
then
they're going to
blew
do
it
it
up.
again this year,
Yep,
but
kind of. I think the 49ers just were they need to prove overall in general. I think everybody on
exactly.
that team does. So
Yeah.
they're my confusing team of this year. They were kind of like the Rams for me last year. Like I didn't know how good they were going to be. That's kind of how the 49ers are looking for me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but Alex, you got one?
Yeah. So I'm, I feel like this might be a hot take, but I can definitely explain it here. But coming from me might not be a hot take. I got that Bryce Young is going to be a Pro Bowler in the NFC.
Okay. I like that. I
I
like
like
that.
it.
Because
I
I
like.
mean, you think about it, right? Sam Darnold was a Pro Bowler. And we're talking like it doesn't matter. Some players are injured and just don't play in the Pro Bowls. The best quarterbacks obviously are going to be in the Super Bowl. But I think no, if he's a reserve and then gets called up, whatever, I think Bryce Young makes it into the Pro Bowl next year.
Drake
You know,
May
I
was a
could.
Pro Bowler, so
Right.
Yeah, that's. I mean, Mitchell Trubisky was a Pro Bowler. Gino was a Pro Bowler. So, God damn it. No, yeah, I like it. I like it. Some team in that division is gonna be good, like really good.
Yeah.
Obviously the Buccaneers should be good. It just depends on if the Falcons or the Panthers decide if they want to be decent or.
Rawr.
Oh,
I think that's their thing. The Panthers
that's
roar.
all right, that's enough of that. No, I like
Um,
that. I mean the Pro Bowl to me, it's kind of it's like less than the All Star for NBA. Like I
yeah,
just like
100%.
you don't really like use that as like when you're in debates like oh you made the Pro Bowl
Right.
for me personally, but
Yeah.
no, he could definitely make it. I think so.
I gotta get the jersey, man.
Yeah,
That
get
one's
the black.
loading.
The black
can't
one would
wait.
be sick.
Yeah.
The black one would be sick. All right, mine. First one up here is the Jags get last place in the AFC South. I'm not. I've been a hater of Trevor Lawrence, so
Have
I
been.
got to stay on that train.
Have been.
And I'm drinking the juice with Cam Moore, dude. I don't know what it is. He is first overall pick and he has a pretty easy schedule with the fourth place. So I think he could easily win that well, not win the division, but have more wins than the Jags to make them third place. So I don't know. I think this is a Trevor Lawrence prove it year. I know he's gotten paid already and he's won a playoff game, blah blah blah, just against Justin Herbert, playoff riser. But I just think
But
you
what
need.
if?
But yeah, this is like Trevor Lawrence is like how many more years are we gonna be like oh next step blah blah blah. He's getting compared to Caleb and he's been in the league 5 more years than he has. So
Yeah.
I'm not really understanding the Trevor Lawrence. Like Giddy was a great prospect coming out, but I could see them getting
Amazing
last place.
prospect coming out.
Correct. So they do something. They gave him offensive minded coach. So if they don't figure it out this year, I don't know what they're gonna do with Trevor. So getting last is my hot take.
I like
Nice.
that.
Mason, if you don't mind, I'm going to step in right here real quick with my second one first.
Sure.
Only because it follows up off that. I have Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win the AFC South.
Okay. All
So,
right.
so
Let's go.
that's really funny listening to Brennan make all of his reasonings as to why Jacksonville is going to not finish first or finish last in their division. I feel like for exactly kind of the reasons you said, but I feel the opposite. I feel like this is kind of a prove it year for Trevor Lawrence in terms of narrative and media surrounding, I guess, in terms of whether or not the media and most people who watch football are going to take him seriously as a franchise quarterback. So I feel like he is going to step up and play to the way that we've seen him play before, where he's really fucking good, and just take that step forward. And we kind of touched on it last week, where last year he took a huge step back. So I feel like it's going to be pretty easy for him to be able to at least get to a level to where he's playing competent football and I don't know. I just don't trust that Texans team, man. I don't know what it is. Last year I saw it, and I understand sophomore slumps. They happen. You can come. CJ Stroud can come back, but I just the team, the way that they just got rid of Laramie Tunsil, signed Cam Robinson. I mean, maybe they just wanted to. Maybe they like Cam Robinson and just wanted to free up some cap space or something. But I just it kind of, I don't know. It makes me uneasy, and I'm not really sold on this Texans team. So I mean, your competition is the freaking Titans and
The Colts.
who else? The Colts. Yeah, who. Well, we'll touch on that later. But
Okay.
that competition in that division is not good. So I feel like
I mean,
it's wide open.
Wide open.
it's a very confusing division. It could be really good or it could be worse than the AFC or NFC South. So like
Yeah.
they could all like have the winner of that division could be like at 8 and it could be the best team.
Yeah.
That's why I think like, the Jags could either be first or last. Like they're hot takes for a reason. So I mean,
Yeah.
because I just think like the Colts are just going to be in the middle. They're going to be 2-3. I think maybe probably 3. Well, you never know. Danny Dimes.
No.
Sorry to spoil one of maybe your hot takes, but Danny Dimes wins that job. I don't know, man. Quarterback whisperer over here. So, Mace, you got one for me?
Yeah, going back to last place teams here.
Okay.
The Dallas Cowboys take last in the AFC East. The New
Okay.
York Giants end up getting a good 5-6 wins. Cowboys finished with 4 or 5.
Is
I
that
think
is
it's
that
just a complete shit season for the Dallas Cowboys.
the coach is just not it?
Just everything. It's a total shit show. Tyron Smith just retired. I don't think Dak's going to come back fully himself. No running back at all. They just gave away Rico Dowdle. CeeDee Lamb is going to be very frustrated with this team. Chemistry is going to be terrible. Jerry Jones is going to be dumb as fuck as always. I think they finished last.
Sorry,
And I
someone's
kind of like
walking
that
their
Giants
cat
team. I'm not
outside.
gonna lie. I like the Giants team. I like Tracy Neighbors. Russ is whatever, but
Yeah,
they
I
can
like.
go.
I mean, a lot of these
Jameis?
Huh?
quarterback
Vibes.
battle.
Quarterback battle. Jameis
Yeah.
Winston, Russ.
Yeah, dude. Fuck
The draft could really help that team for the Giants. I think if they do for some reason, I mean I have the bet, so I'm gonna ride on that they take Shedeur. But if they do take somehow get blessed with Abdul or Travis at 3, they could be good because that defense
Yeah.
is good. It's just I've said it before. It just depends what Russ we get. So
We're not going
100%.
to get a good Russ.
No.
you never know.
But
dude. You
can we
never
get
know.
a good enough Russ
Good
to
enough
Yeah,
Russ
that's
to
great.
not
be
take
third
last.
place in the division?
Yeah. Could you get to 9 wins? Maybe. I don't know.
No, I
Seems
don't
like
think
8.
so.
Well, what are the Cowboys like 6? Are we saying 6 wins for the Cowboys to get 4th? So
Yeah.
maybe 7. Maybe 7 wins. They just sweep the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Oh my god, that'd be so gross. All right, my second one here is we were hyping up the team a little bit last year with Johnny Boy on the pod. Shout out him. But this is the first year that the Steelers missed the playoffs. I don't think they really bring. I mean, they have to bring in Aaron Rodgers, and if they don't, that's 100. It's not even a hot take at that point. It's just facts.
Right.
But
Jackson Dart?
I mean, that would be sick. But I just
That
think
would be so cool.
I would love that, dude. I'd get that jersey immediately. But I just think I think it's the Bengals bounce back year. I think they make the playoffs. I don't think Joe Burrow goes 2 years in a row without missing. And you got to compete with the Chargers, Broncos, and all the teams in the AFC are really good. So there's only 7 spots, and you gotta keep winning. So they could easily be 9-8 and miss out. So that's just how crazy that AFC is gonna be, in my opinion. Alex, you got one?
Yeah. All right. So my third hot take here is that fuck. I should have looked up how old he was. Matthew Stafford finishes top 3 in MVP voting.
Okay, he's 37, I think.
37.
Yeah, top 3.
37-year-old Matthew Stafford finishes top 3 in MVP voting.
I will give. I'll shout out Connor here for a second. He said Baker Mayfield wins it or gets second, wins MVP. So someone you got third, Baker's second. We got to figure out who's first here at some point. But
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, love that. Okay, yeah, Matthew Stafford, man.
He's got all the weapons to do it. I mean,
that team is-
Kyron, Puka, Adams.
Throw for what, 5,000 yards?
Yeah,
He might.
100 and that O line is good. There's no reason he shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean they could go anywhere, best available, and if somehow like Tyler Warren drops to the Rams, dude.
God,
Dude.
I just think he's too early at 10. That's why I say that. But
yeah.
at like whatever 20 something that they were, I think that would be
6.
fucking sick. I that would be electric. I don't think he'll fall that far, but just in an imaginary world where
Right.
Matthew Stafford gets another weapon.
What about Colston Loveland from Michigan? If
I
they
don't
if
really
they
know
could
much
get that
about
guy,
him. He would be sick.
he's a dog.
He's good. I
He's
think he's a
very good.
Charger. I think he's a Charger. I don't think
Ooh.
he falls past the Chargers. I think the Chargers take him. The Christian keeps talking about him as a Charger fan, so that's just the
Okay.
info I'm going off of. So, all right, I like that though. Matthew Stafford to the moon.
I do
I'm
like
loving.
that.
I'm loving the Rams.
Top
I
three.
love
We
that we're
love
all on the
Stafford
Rams.
here, man. We love
Oh, we
Stafford.
we do love Stafford
We
here.
love
100%.
Stafford. We're all on the Rams
Baker.
except fucking Connor. He's a big
Yeah.
Seahawks guy. Shout out
he's,
him.
he's a big Sam Darnold guy.
All of a sudden,
Yeah. Now.
yeah.
Douche.
So, all right. I'll just bank off that because I have a Rams hot take. Rams win the NFC West and are the number one seed in the NFC.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
I,
Okay.
I'm drinking the juice. They are my
Like
team.
14
So
win,
I
14
think
wins or 13, 14 wins.
they do play the Eagles. Obviously, that'll be a main factor, and the Lions. So those two teams' games will be big factors in that standings at the end of the year. But they take both of those games somehow. Yes, number one seed in the NFC, and the Rams go really deep, maybe even Super Bowl. So you never
Maybe.
know. I'm liking the Rams, dude. The Rams, Devontae Adams is still to me a top tier wide
It's
receiver.
a
So I
it's
mean,
a
you could.
perfect replacement for Cooper
It
Cup.
really is.
I mean,
Yeah.
Perfect.
Matthew Stafford can still sling it, dude. He doesn't need to run at all. Like you bring
No.
in a tight end in the draft, like the Loveland, somehow he falls. That'd be so sick. Or they bring in like a Luther Burden or some shit like that, or that Golden dude from Texas that runs like a 4-3. Just bring a burner, dude. Just give Matthew Stafford all the weapons and just
Yeah.
let him go to work.
Yeah.
With Sean McVay's genius ass. I'm loving. I'd love that.
I
Mason,
like
got
that.
one?
Yeah, my second hot take about standings. That team from Denver, baby, they are taking first in the AFC West. Strictly
Honestly,
on
I was
defense.
thinking that. I love that so much.
Strictly
No
because of that
shot.
defense, dude. I don't know what it is, but their offseason was so perfect.
Slept on.
And
I think it's underrated, really. I don't
Evan
think people are
Ingram,
talking
dude,
about it enough.
500 receptions for 800 yards, 15 touchdowns. Evan Ingram. It's just, dude, everything is it's lining up and fuck Kansas City. Fuck Kansas City.
Dude, they get a wide receiver or a running back in the draft at their spot.
Yes,
They could be pretty
one
good,
more
I think.
offensive weapon, and they're perfect.
Yep. I like it. Alex, I know that's your team too, so hopefully
I
That's
I
what
am
they
I
deliver.
am sleep.
Schlep.
I'm
Schlep.
slept.
And Alex has the Broncos taking last.
Yeah. No.
Actually banking off that.
I feel like that just goes without saying.
That's
I
fair.
don't feel like I
That's
even
fair.
need to say that.
All right. Alex, you got one?
So I'm moving on to my fourth now.
Correct.
Okay. So yeah, I have that. We kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but thanks a lot, Brennan. I have Daniel Jones becoming the permanent starter for the Colts. I think
Week,
by week
or
two.
week two. Okay, week
Week
two.
two.
Okay.
I think
Luke
week one he
AR poops his
Anthony
pants.
Richardson just shits the bed, and then week two, I think halftime, they're like, all right, pull this guy out, throw
Yeah.
Daniel Jones in there, and from the halftime of week two, Daniel Jones is going to be the starter for the rest of the year.
Top
Yeah,
10.
shake-
Top 10 in
shake-
yards.
Top 10. Everyone go to Cheesehead The Bear podcast on Instagram and go comment idiot under that post for Mason.
That was crazy.
Shane Steichen, dude. It's kind of like a Jets kind of thing for me where that coach is kind of, coaching for a job. So
Yeah.
I get it. This whole graphic thing with Anthony Richards. Oh, this is only his 15th career game of all time. Dude, I don't care. We don't how many chances are we going to give this dude?
Right.
It's got to click at some point, and now you got competition. It's not Joe Flacco anymore. It's not 85-year-old Joe Flacco. It's playoff winner Daniel Jones. So
Yeah.
it's he'll probably Anthony Richardson will be the starter week one.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing the same thing, but I was gonna say week three. I think they give him 2 games, and he throws for 85 yards a game.
Go.
Week three, like
2
the start of week
interceptions.
three, like coming into week three. Daniel Jones is the starter, but
Fucking 6 for 32 passing in both games.
You
He's the
know,
most inaccurate quarterback I've literally ever watched.
But he's
he's
got
a
a cannon.
freak, dude.
He
should
does have a cannon. He
does.
just is so inaccurate. It's
inaccurate.
not
Every
even
quarterback
funny.
has a cannon, dude. You just gotta be accurate, dude. You gotta be able to read a defense. Maybe you transfer to a tight end or something. Be like, yo, dude, get your big ass on the line and catch ball.
Yeah.
6'5", 250.
Do
I
it
don't know.
like that Terrell Pryor did from Ohio State. He became a wide
Something,
receiver.
dude. You know how
Fucking,
crazy that would be to look at his all-time stats if he has like.
Tim Tebow. Pull a Tim Tebow.
That's
Go-
fair.
go
That's
home
fair.
play
They
tight
were
end.
basically telling him like, "Hey, you aren't a quarterback anymore. You can't
Yeah.
play." So, all right, I love that. Daniel Jones to the moon. Did you? Are you on 4 or 3, Mace?
This will be my fourth.
All right, you go first.
So, Brennan, you're gonna like this one.
Sweet.
I saw a mock draft the other night,
Oh,
and
all right.
the New Orleans Saints at 9 take Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart
Ooh.
wins
Okay.
Rookie of the Year on the New
Ooh.
Orleans Saints.
Wow.
You know, I
I
was with
got-
you, then you lost me with the
Yeah.
rookie of the year on the
I
Saints.
know.
I like it.
Hot take.
No,
I like
my
it.
hot take is Jackson Dart goes 9 to New Orleans.
Okay.
That's
So,
your hot take, not the
Look,
rookie of the year
I
part.
can see it happen.
We don't need the
Derek
other
Carr-
part.
Yeah, no,
we
yeah,
can
but
leave
Derek
that
Carr
part out.
out the window.
Right.
I like
Three-
Jackson Dart. No one's talking about
Three,
I,
three quarterbacks in top 10 or 2.
3.
Three quarterbacks in the top
No
10.
shot.
Hot take.
Fedor going to Vegas.
No way.
Oh, dude. Yeah, no, dream scenario is obviously the Steelers. Thank you, Alex, for putting that in my head because that would be sick.
Yeah.
Obviously, the other one would be the Rams. I think he would be great with Los Angeles, get to learn from Matthew Stafford. But, Saints are cool. They got Olave, they got Shaheed. They just suck. Their
I
team
think
is
it's
just
so
dog
bad.
shit.
Dude, if the Steelers get Jackson Dart, I think he can win Rookie of the Year there.
Yeah,
Um,
he definitely
yes.
could.
Yeah.
He could.
Absolutely.
I think
Not
the
a-
Saints are the worst team in the
They're
fucking
so
league.
bad.
I think they are 32 out of 32 and decisively.
Might be 33.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think there might be a college team that could beat them.
That's the one thing we're like, no, never. They could never do it, bro. I don't know.
The Saints are ass.
Saints are poop. So I mean, I have no idea what they're doing. I mean, the fucking guy that just the coach that just went there. Help me if you can
Dennis
remember what
Allen?
the coach. Dennis Allen.
Yeah.
No, he's the DC for the Bears. Who's the coach for the Saints now? The guy on
I
the,
don't know
the
who's
Eagles. Okay, anyways, that guy. You know what I'm talking about, the
dude.
OC for the Eagles last year.
Kellen Moore?
Kellen Moore.
Moore?
Thank you. There we go.
So
Kellen Moore.
yeah.
I just think he, shout out, get your money, get your job, get the title, but I don't think he was ever getting another quarterback or head coach, offer. So I was like, yep, fuck, let's go get this money, get,
Yeah.
fired in 2 years and live at home and do nothing. So best job in the world being a fired professional coach.
For
So
real.
Seriously.
no, I love it. All right. And then my fourth, is I guess I'm a Chiefs hater. I guess I'm on that train now. Chiefs don't make it to the AFC Championship game. I think they make the playoffs, obviously, but I don't think they make it to the AFC Championship game. I don't think they're the 1 seed, so I think they have to play like round 1 or 2, and I don't think they make it obviously to the last game. So Chiefs don't make it to the AFC Championship game.
Love that.
No, that's not.
The downfall of the Chiefs is now. So
It's bound to happen eventually. It's got to happen.
yep. All right, last ones.
Keep getting
My
away
last
with
My last one is disgusting. I love it. I'm excited.
it. I like girls.
I don't know. My last one, I don't know. I don't feel like it's that crazy, but also, I don't know. We kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. I have that the Bengals win 7 games and miss the playoffs.
No.
I'm sorry, that defense
That
is
defense
atrocious.
not great.
Yeah.
It's still not
It's
good.
especially if they get rid of Trey Hendrickson. He's if he goes somewhere or doesn't play or for whatever reason isn't on that defense anymore. He's the only bright spot on that defense.
Yeah, and
What do we
fucking
have?
Sam Hubbard just retired, right?
Yeah.
That other
Yeah.
DE.
Yep.
So
That defense is terrible, and we saw what happened last year when Joe Burrow is definitely a riser. He definitely raises the floor of that team from if they had any other quarterback receiver group, they'd win like 4 games last year. But I don't think that he can play Superman this year, and I think they win 7 games, miss the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, They probably have 8, 9 picks in the draft. I would assume something like that, at least 7, hopefully. At least 4 out of the 7 or half of them should be defensive players. I don't think they take a single offensive player,
Yeah.
especially in the top first 4 rounds. If they have all 4 in the first 4, all defensive. Cornerback, safety, linebacker, edge. That's or D tackle, something. I don't. There should not be a single wide receiver, running back, obviously quarterback or lineman taken. I mean, it should be all defense.
Yeah. 100%.
Yep. And if they don't, then yeah, definitely 7 wins.
Yeah, I mean, then they're just really like, hey, Joe Burrow, throw for 6,000 yards,
Yeah.
and we'll win 39-27 every game.
Do what you did at LSU.
Basically.
I like it though. Like it. My fifth and final hot take: Devon Achane, Offensive Player of the Year.
Ooh, I like it. I like
He
it. I like
rushes
Picasso.
for like 1,300 yards, maybe like 900 receiving yards, shit load of touchdowns.
800 receiving yards. God damn.
Jesus.
That would be insane.
That's fucking awesome. No,
He'd be
I'm
wide
excited.
receiver 1 on a few fucking teams.
Yeah,
Packers,
realistically,
dude. You
I
literally
think
would.
I think he could get like 500, but a
No,
lot of
yeah,
touchdowns.
easily.
I
Yeah.
think he is going to be a touchdown machine for Miami.
Especially if they trade Tyreek, like we've said. Like, Tua
Right.
is going to look at Waddle for 4 milliseconds and just go,
Oh,
okay,
well,
A-Chain.
Yep.
Yeah.
A-Chain
That
left.
way.
Yeah.
I'm about to get hit. Oh shit, H-in. There he is.
What a way. No, I kind of like that because I was going to do a hot take of finally a position player wins. This isn't mine. I'm just saying a position
MVP?
player finally wins MVP. Well, not finally,
Ooh.
but after a while, like after
Oh
what is it?
wow.
Probably AP is probably the last guy. I
2012.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I just think the quarterbacks just don't have that good of a year. I mean, Josh Allen, I mean, he's going to play out of his mind still, but Saquon could have one of those years again, or some other running back that comes in. Maybe Genty kind of has that really good, breakout year. I don't know what team he would be on, but I don't know. Maybe he has 400.
Rookie MVP.
You know how fucking crazy that would be, though?
That would be
1,000 yards.
insane.
Fucking nuts. So, all right. So, my hot sizzling take that I really thought of a lot last night. I have a Triple Crown winner for next year. And his name goes by the name of Drake London is going to win Triple Crown next year.
With Phoenix.
I
too. Okay.
Wow.
kind of after the win totals we were doing yesterday, where Bears, Patriots, and every kind of rookie quarterback from last year was getting 8.5, and he obviously it's just one less, but he got 7.5. I'm like, Michael Penix was pretty all right, pretty good, I would say, at the end of the year when he was playing, and Drake London needs a contract, so he's gonna play out of his mind and at least try to and to get that 30+ million dollar contract, and he was top 10 in all those categories last year with Kirk Cousins, and I think Michael Penix is better than Kirk Cousins right now. So I think Drake London, hot take, I'll get behind it, is Triple Crown winner next year. So
Wow.
Very hot.
That
Very
is.
hot.
That's
Yeah.
spicy.
yep,
And I like it. I
Literally.
like it. I can't disregard it because
No.
I can see it happening. Shit ton of receptions. He's got to be that dude. We'll see.
Kyle Pitts is
Jamar
actually
Chase might have
ass.
to get injured. And Cowboys.
I mean, well, that's
Darnell
why they gave,
Mooney.
that's why they gave all this money to T Higgins too. I mean, they're gonna spread the rock. You would hope. That's kind of the idea with that over there with Jamar.
Yeah.
All right. So those were our hot takes. We'll probably do another one a little closer to the NFL season, and that kind of concludes the NFL portion. So we're gonna move over to the NBA. Oh, Mason. All right. So we're gonna move over to the perfect. Our NBA guy is gone for our NBA
Yes.
portion of the podcast. All right. So let's move over to the Western Conference, Alex. I guess until you can
Yes.
get back.
Let's do it.
Or do you want to do the fan questions? We can do the fan questions without him, or you want to do NBA? You tell me.
Let's. Oh no, he's good. Let's do the NBA.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry,
Perfect.
my dog just came in, and I knew she was going to come up and jump, so I just turned it off right away.
Makes
Gotcha.
sense.
All right, Western Conference, Mace. All right, here we go. Breaking down the Western Conference playoffs. So we do still have one more game that we have to figure out, but we have the Mavericks against the Grizzlies tonight. Who do we think wins? Because that we need to kind of figure that out for the 8th seed. And I'm gonna throw my bid out first. I'm going Dallas.
I'm going Dallas as well.
100%. Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, Dallas, perfect. Yeah, I think Dallas is just too big. I think they're actually a very sneaky team.
I
There's a
think
lot of
Dallas
good
is
teams in the
so
West, obviously, but obviously they don't have Kyrie, but they're just so big with Lively, Gafford, and AD. It's disgusting. So then that would mean Mavericks against OKC. What do you think? What do you think, boys? What do you think?
OKC in
unfortunately,
5.
unfortunately, yeah. I'm gonna go Thunder in 5 here as well. I'll give Dallas one in Dallas.
Yeah,
AD has an insane game, but Shea is going to absolutely kill Clay Thompson and whoever is trying to guard him.
Dante
Honestly,
Exum,
all
dude.
of them.
Dante Exum could
Yes.
could could
No,
slow him down.
no.
And
Shea's going to
that's
average 38 to 40 points a game this series.
yeah, it just depends on what everyone else is gonna do. I think J Dub and Chet really have to play good as well to obviously I'm taking OKC, but I got
Yep.
OKC in 6. I
Yep.
think just the size of the Mavericks is going to be a problem for OKC. I think Chet, he's a good rim defender and good at the rim, but he's 115 pounds wet, so you got to really
it's
hope
true.
that Anthony Davis doesn't make him food every game. And then you got Gafford, you got Lively, you got PJ Washington. PJ Washington gave them nightmares last
Yep.
time that they played, so they're kind of hoping that Memphis wins this game. Otherwise, this could be a good series.
Is
So I just don't want
Hartenstein
people
out?
to look over. Huh?
Is Hartenstein out?
No, no. I think they're all
Oh, okay.
back.
Okay.
I think everyone's fully healthy for OKC finally, which is good.
Yeah.
So
But I
all right.
like it. I like it.
I mean, OKC wins,
Memphis.
but I think it's going to be a little bit better of a series than people are making it. I get OKC as the number one seed in the West, but this I like that team a lot.
Yeah.
Imagine if they still had like Luca. All right, moving
What
over.
if it's Memphis? What if it's Memphis? Then what?
I'm not seeing the hype with the Grizzlies. I can't stand Ja. I don't think
Me
he's
neither.
as good as people really say. I don't think he's elite personally. Maybe a hot take, but if it was Grizzlies, I think it's OKC in 5, maybe
I was gonna
even
say
4.
I
4.
would say
Yeah.
4.
Yeah,
I
me
don't.
too.
I'm not big on him, especially after firing their coach. Like they haven't won a game. I don't think since doing that. So I don't. And
Yeah.
they just look awful in my opinion.
Well, I feel like it would be the opposite, where Hartenstein and freaking
Chet?
Chet would just bully
Bully.
Edie.
Yeah,
So
bully Edie. Jaren would have to step up obviously, but
Jaren can't get rebounds, so who's gonna? I mean, Chet
Right.
or sorry, not Chet. Edie's gonna have to get all the rebounds over Chet and Hartenstein. Absolutely
Not
not.
happening.
maybe if Wells was available, like it would be a little bit better. Maybe he could try to split on SGA, but
Yeah,
I
Oh,
never even saw that video. I'm not gonna
it's
watch it because it
so
looks
bad.
disgusting.
Oh,
I've heard it's not
yeah.
good.
I have not looked at
it
it.
is not good. Not good in slow mo.
Gross. Yeah, I still don't understand why they do that. They don't do it really as much, but
It was Twitter.
look at this guy break his arm in half.
Yes, that'll do it.
All right, moving over to the 7-2. Mason, I want you to start here. Houston and Golden State. What do you think?
Golden State in 6.
Oh, okay.
I think
Break it
it's
down.
so,
Break it down a
I
little
think
bit. Break it
it's
down a little bit.
so easy to me. I think Jalen Green is the big X factor in this series. The Houston Rockets are 13-1 when he scores 30 plus points. I think the lights are going to be too bright for Jalen Green. He's a great player, just too young. I think this is his first time in the playoffs with like damn near the entire team.
Yeah.
Golden State has been here before. Playoff Jimmy, we just saw what he did. Golden State is going to just bully him. They're going to
I'm
bully him.
telling you, I would have rather traded for Jimmy Butler than Kuzma. I don't care. Don't care about the off the court stuff. He is a playoff riser. But
Yes.
we got Kuzma, so can't really do anything about it now. Alex, what do you think?
I have the Warriors in 5.
Warriors in 5.
Yeah.
God, okay.
I take I'm gonna be I take the experience of that Warriors team with Curry, Jimmy, Draymond over that super. Don't get me wrong, great team in Houston over there. Obviously, they're the number 2 seed, but the inexperience I think is going to be a huge factor in this
Dude, Dylan
game.
Brooks. Come on, guys. Dylan Brooks been in the playoffs before.
Him
Come on.
him and
Yes.
Draymond are going to get fucking
Him and
ejected
Steven
every
Adams.
game.
No, I like it. I think people are really looking over Houston. I think it's going to be a really good series. I could easily see OKC winning with the experience that you guys have said. But to be different, I'm going to go
Golden
OKC in
State.
6.
Golden
What'd I
State.
say?
Golden State.
Okay,
You said
yeah,
you keep saying
okay.
OKC.
My bad. All right, Golden State. There we go. I'm going to take Houston in 6, though. I still think they are the
Cool.
better team.
Wow.
Just, I think they have people to guard Steph Curry. I think they could. Jalen Green, Asar Thompson are very good defenders.
I'm in, yeah.
I'm in. I'm sorry. I was 50-50. I knew I was going to get that shit wrong, too. The Thompson twin. I think he's gonna try to slow down. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard, but I think he's young enough and athletic enough. He's a freak athlete to keep up with Steph Curry running around 18 miles every game. So, I think it's gonna be a good series. And then you got the Dylan Brooks Jimmy Butler matchup that it's gonna be, I think, good. I
So
think it's
much.
gonna be fun. So I got Houston in six. Moving over to the Lakers and the Grizzlies. What do you guys? Oh my God, Lakers and Timberwolves. What do you guys think?
You know what they say. You know
Come
what
on.
Shannon Sharp says. I do have the Lakers in five. Yeah,
Lakers in
100%.
five.
Yeah,
I
Lakers in five.
yep. I don't
Perfect.
think it needs to be broke down too much. I mean, you got the big three: AR, Luca, and LeBron. Disgusting.
Gross.
And last time Luca
Gross.
played the Grizzlies, it was. Or why does he keep saying the Grizzlies? Playing the Timberwolves, it was gross. Give me Lakers in five.
Love it. Yep.
Yeah.
And then moving over to a really good matchup, in my opinion. I think this is going to be very fun. I'm going to try
Such
to
a good
tune into
matchup.
this a lot. Denver versus the Clippers. What do you guys think?
I am going to say, I don't know this. You guys might share it with me here, but I'm going Clippers in seven.
I got Clippers in six. Clippers in six.
You got Clips?
Clippers, yeah.
Clippers
There
in
we go.
seven.
We all got Clips.
Clippers. I think it's six. If they go back to Denver, Denver's winning. I don't think they can win in Denver in the altitude, but they got to. If Clippers are in a lead or like three, whatever, in LA, I think they take that, and they have to. Otherwise, it's the Nuggets win Game 7.
Dude, I think Zubats just has an insane fucking series here. I think he not locks down Jokic, but does enough where he's not scoring 40 points and 20 rebounds. Zubats is a defensive player of the year candidate here. And
Yeah,
he shows it. He's going to be
100%.
averaging 15 and 15 this series with a couple blocks.
Yeah, and then I mean, you got Harden, you have Kawhi. There's
Experience.
yeah,
Norman Powell.
Norman
yeah,
Powell,
yeah,
dog. No, I like it. Clippers are a sneaky team. I think they can easily make the or Western Conference Finals.
Yes.
They got Kawhi Leonard, and I do think when he's healthy, he's top 10. I know I didn't put him in a few weeks ago. I really didn't even think about him because he's always hurt. But that's just how you got to do it, dude. You got to get him ready by February and
yeah.
just let him get hyped up. All right. Again, I don't know what you're showing. Lakers, Clippers. What is that? Just say it, dude. I can't read your freaking screen.
That's what I got. I got Lakes
Like,
Clips, man. Battle LA.
I would be sick. Oh, that's easily Lakers in five for me.
Yeah,
So
I'm taking Lakers in six on that one, but yeah.
yeah, Lakers all day. All right, that was the matchup for the first round. So obviously when the second round comes around, we'll recap and preview that. Let's kind of finish out with the fan questions. I got 3 fan questions for you guys, and then we will get out of here.
Yeah.
First one up. Shout out again to all the people that sent these questions. If you want to send more questions, Cheese and Bear Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. First question up: has the NIL money stuff ruined college sports?
I don't
I
feel like
wouldn't
it's
say
ruined
ruined.
it yet. I feel like it definitely has the potential to if it
Yes.
keeps going the way that it is. I saw recently Cam Newton kind of touch on this a little bit, where he was talking about how NIL is supposed to just it's supposed to be it's not supposed to set you up for life. That's supposed to be the NFL. When you get to the professional league is when you're supposed to get the money to set you up for life. It's not, you're not supposed to get that type of money in college. And I think that's what a lot of these kids are looking for is where they're looking for $8-10 million a year. And that's insane money to give a guy who's 20 years old.
Especially with the transfer portal, dude. It doesn't even matter how good your program is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously got to be D1, but it's like if this guy gives you 10 more million, I'm gonna. It's like the MLB, dude. They're just gonna pay the best player.
Exactly, dude. And I mean, it's given like false confidence in some of these players too. Where this Tennessee quarterback, that Nico Iamaleava dude, like held out of Tennessee, was like, I want to renegotiate this NIL. Didn't show up to practice. They said, fuck you,
Yeah.
cut him. And now he's at UCLA. But it's just, I think it's going to keep going down south.
100%.
Because
I've been on the train.
colleges are not going to have enough money. It's
Yeah,
insane.
that's it. I've been on the train of. I always thought the kids should get paid a little bit for the
A
marketing that they
little
give all
bit.
these schools. Maybe hundreds of thousands. I would say, but I think it was last year when Caleb got drafted. He was making more as a college athlete than he is making right now. Obviously, the
That's
rookie
fucked.
contracts, but that's insane. I think he
Yeah.
was making like 9 million a year at USC. I think he's making maybe 6 or 7 right now with the Bears. And that's another thing with like people are saying like Cooper Flag would come back to Duke because the money is just not worth it, and like the lottery. I don't want to go play in Charlotte and play
Right.
for nothing. Go play
Right.
with Duke, one of the best franchises in college basketball history, and make bajillions of dollars and be the number one guy on campus. So I don't know. I think it's like Alex said, not yet, but it's slowly getting there.
It's coming.
All right, next one up. Who are you having shoot the last second shot in the NBA Finals all time? You need a bucket. Who you picking?
Give me some time.
Love it.
Michael Jordan.
Okay.
I mean, it's a really boring answer, but he's done it time and time again. I would have to go MJ. He was clutch, man.
I don't hate that.
I got one. I'm gonna go KD, Cupcake. I'm gonna go Kevin Durant. One of the best offensive players I've seen with my own two eyes. The shot he made it in Brooklyn against PJ Tucker, dude, insane. Not many people can make that shot. So, give me a 6 foot point guard or 7 foot point guard to give me a bucket at any time, any place, anywhere. Kevin
Yeah.
Durant.
I think I'm gonna piggyback off of that with just all three levels. No matter how many points you need, KD's gonna be able to get you there. So the only thing that would concern me with Jordan would be a three if you're down by three. So
True.
Yeah.
But it was just bucket. He said bucket. He
yeah,
said
yeah.
bucket.
That's true. That's true. That's true. All right, and then last one, and again, thank you guys for sending all these in. Is dream NFL quarterback wide receiver duo all time? Who you guys picking?
Okay, so
I'm not.
quarterback. I'm going Rodgers.
Okay.
Just strictly off of touchdown to interception ratio, the accuracy, the skills. Rodgers is my QB. Got to think about my wide receiver here. Honestly, I'm gonna go Megatron.
I'd be sick. I like that.
That would be fucking awesome, dude.
What do we? Alex, you got one?
I'm thinking about a wide receiver right now.
All right, and I'll go for mine. I
okay.
can go with mine. I got both. We were kind of making a joke about it before when I first said it. I got Michael Vick. I think that would be sick. And Tyreek Hill in his prime. I think those two would be fucking insane. You could not stop it. You couldn't stop it. You have a guy that can run 85 miles per hour as a quarterback, and you got a guy that can run 85 miles per hour as a wide receiver. So you
That is
collapse.
so funny.
You collapse in for me running. You leave him open, or you go with him and you leave the middle of the field open for me with Michael Vick. So I think just the speed would kill. Speed
That'd
kills.
be
Yeah.
filthy.
I like it. I'm gonna go with a different variation of that same wide receiver, Tyreek Hill, and I'm gonna go with a guy who can absolutely sling the fucking rock, and I'm gonna go Brett Favre, a
Brett
guy who
Favre.
could you imagine the go routes?
Yeah,
You
I'm
get
just saying.
85-yard touchdowns consistently.
I just thought of like the Deshaun Jackson with Michael Vick. Just imagine just a little bit faster with Tyreek Hill. It would be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Just get a guy with a cannon. I mean, obviously you saw it with Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. It's Super Bowls. So
I'm not gonna lie. My first initial thought that I was thinking Peyton Manning and prime Stephon Diggs. Just the way that Peyton Manning could place the ball wherever, plus the routes that prime Stephon Diggs was able to run, how clean they were. That was a thought in my head too.
big pain guy.
Big Peyton guy.
All right, boys. I think that's it. I think that we got all of the stuff that we needed to get done. Bucks and 6. Make sure 12 o'clock
Obviously.
tomorrow. Make sure you guys watch Bucks Pacers. Take them down. Game one.
Is this gonna be out by noon tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
I don't know.
9 a.m.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
9 a.m.
that was an awkward pause, but
Sorry,
sick.
I think we all glitched at the same time. All right, guys. Appreciate you listening to Cheesehead the Bear podcast. You guys have a good weekend.
Skull,
Bucks
baby.
and 6, baby.